everybody, it's Elisa here and I'm an eating disorder recovery coach helping you to recover from your eating disorder. So in today's video I'm actually gonna answer one of the very common questions I get a lot, and it is how to deal with triggering comments, negative comments and judgmental people in eating disorder recovery. I'm gonna give you 10 thoughts about how to deal with this subject and what is more helpful mindset to deal with this issue. So firstly, I want to say that as a human beings, we all need this sense of approval from others and feeling like we are understood and accepted by others. And it is a basic human need and there is nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. We all need it on some level. But at the same time, you have to understand that many people have no idea about eating disorders and recovery, and that you can't seek constantly their approval because they don't have any idea what you're going through. So in this case, the needing of approval can become very unhealthy, and this is why you have to let it go. And the second thing is what I already mentioned a little bit, is that you have to understand that many people who never had eating disorders themselves, who have never done recovery themselves, they actually have no idea what you are going through. And maybe even your close family members, maybe your partner, maybe you have told them that you are recovering from an eating disorder, but just because they know you are recovering doesn't mean they know what it takes to recover or what exactly to expect, what recovery looks like, what you need to do for recovery. And just because they are making some maybe triggering negative comment, maybe they do mean well, maybe they want what's best for you. So you can't take it personally, and try to put yourself in their shoes based on the fact that they never have been through recovery or eating disorders. So just, you have to know that, don't take it personally, don't take it in a worst way possible. This is how the eating disorder wants you to take it, and just because their comment is triggering, it doesn't actually mean that they meant it in a worst possible way. And this is so unfortunate, but actually in today's culture we live in, the society is soaked with diet messages. And I'm not even talking about people who are dieting, but even normal people. They have seen the news from the media, magazines, the diet messages are everywhere. And many people are brainwashed by diets. It comes through their own belief system and their own filters, and many people have this diet mindset filter. So just because somebody's opening their mouth and talking about something, making a comment about what you eat or how much you weigh, you have to know that it comes through their own filters and beliefs about food and eating and about the body. So this is why you have to know super clearly that just because somebody has an opinion about something, it doesn't make it a fact. And many people actually are dieting themselves. And if somebody is making a negative comment about you, about your eating, about your weight, and it comes through these diet messages, and you know that they are dieting, it becomes from their own belief system, as I said previously, and also you stepping out of the diet system and doing something complete opposite, listening to your body, letting go of all restriction, it will freak out many people who are dieting. Because and they will make the negative comments about you and about your eating because you are actually triggering them. You are triggering their diet beliefs and what they are doing. And many people have to make those triggering negative comments about somebody else because they need the validation of what they're doing. And we all want to be right, and we want to feel that what we are doing is the right thing. So some people can put others down just to feel better about themselves. But at the same time, obviously, it doesn't make it right, and it's only their own beliefs, their own opinions. And you don't need to agree with their dieting by accepting the negative comment about you. So in eating disorder recovery, we likely think about our own food and eating and our body very often, almost every day. And just because we think about our own food and eating and about our body all day, we think that other people must spend the same amount of time obsessing about our eating or our body. But the fact is that actually other people don't care about you, and many people are rather concerned and worried about their own lives, and nobody is sitting there all day thinking about what you are doing, what you are eating, or how much you weigh. And even when somebody is thinking about your food or your weight for 1 second of their day, do you really want to spend the rest of your life worried about what other people think about you, and also spend your life in an eating disorder because you are always affected by everybody's comment, and then you modify your food, you try to lose weight just to be approved and accepted by others, and those other people likely have the diet mindset themselves. So do you really want to spend the rest of your life worrying about those people who maybe think about you for 1 second of their day and then move on with their lives, but you spend your entire life in an eating disorder and living for other people and not for yourself? By seeking everybody's approval and positive comments about you, you are literally giving them the power over you. You are giving away your power. If somebody is making a positive comment about you and it makes you happy and you feel validated and you feel approved by others, then it's the same way trap if somebody is making a negative comment about you and you let it affect you so much that it makes you relapse, stop the recovery, and you spend like days thinking about this one comment one person made who had no idea about your recovery, probably had diet mindset themselves. So by needing this approval from others, and if a comment can make you or break you in a blink of an eye, you are giving your power away to other people. And this way you are really giving away your happiness to somebody else's hands. And it's not about you, but it's like they have the power to either make you happy or unhappy. And really this way it will be a lifelong unhappiness, because realistically we just cannot be approved by everybody and always receiving positive comments from everybody. It's just not realistic. And this is how you sign up for a lifelong of unhappiness. It's really best to get to a point when you realize that all people don't have to like you or approve of you or understand you. The same way, likely, you don't like all people on this planet. Maybe you don't approve of them, maybe you don't understand them, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to be liked by everybody, and that's totally fine. And it doesn't mean that you have to change or there is something wrong with you. It's just people are different, people's opinions are different, people's belief systems are different, and this is totally fine. Instead, accept yourself. It all starts with yourself. We can't change people around us, but what we can change is ourselves. So only focus on yourself and don't worry about all the other people around you. And it's very likely that people who generally are so concerned about what other people eat or how much they weigh, then it's very likely that those people have some sort of food obsession, eating issues, or even like body image problems themselves. And if somebody's always going around and judging other people, then it's because their own mindset is so judgmental towards themselves. And instead of feeling angry, be compassionate towards them, because it's very likely that they have been through something horrible that has made them so negative, bitter, and judgmental. And rather getting angry, taking it personally, it's not personal. It's about them and it's not about you. And as I said earlier, if somebody's making those negative comments about you, they are judging your food or eating and your weight, then it's very likely they are actually judging all of this in themselves. And it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of their own mindset. and what's really going on in their own head. You have to understand that like they are only poisoning their own body with the negativity, because they have to feel all of the emotions they feel when they make those negative comments about you. So yeah, it's really like they might as well look in a mirror, because this is the only person they are really hurting. And it's also very likely that if you are still in eating disorder recovery, then probably your own mindset can be very negative. You can have those negative thoughts about your own food and eating and about your own body. And just because you think like this about yourself all day, it actually doesn't mean that everybody else must think the same way. And have you ever thought about that? Maybe these are just your thoughts, and you think that just because you think like this, then everybody else must think the same way. And you have to be very aware that maybe these are just your own eating disorder thoughts that will magnify and twist what everybody else is saying into the worst trigger possible. Because the eating disorder likes you to become a victim, so you can take everybody's comment and blame it on them, why you can't recover, why everybody else is stopping you from recovery, so you don't have to take the responsibility about your own recovery. And my last tip is kind of more practical, and what I mean is that stop staying at home all the time because you are afraid what everybody else is thinking about you. You avoid seeing your family, your friends, your co-workers, but you need to put yourself in the real world to practice it in order to get over it. Otherwise, if you only talk about it, only think about it, and never actually take action to practice it and change your mindset at the same time, then you never overcome this issue, and you will always stay afraid for getting anybody's negative comments about you or facing any judgmental people. Yeah, so practice, go out in the real world, not try to avoid everything in recovery. Accept that yes, many people are ignorant, many people are making those diet comments, but it doesn't mean it's the truth or that you have to take it. So yeah, this is my message today, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to my channel for more future videos. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.